All right, geniuses, put your calculators away. Today, we're diving into South Park, a town where common sense goes to die. Yet somehow someone here might actually be smart. Like Einstein-level smart, or at least smart enough to outwit Cartman without getting fed to the hippies. But who is it? The scheming sociopath? The quiet mastermind? Or someone so unexpected it'll make your jaw drop? Buckle up, because this is about to get smarter than Mr. Garrison on Red Bull. Eric Theodore Cartman is, without a doubt, one of the most disturbingly hilarious characters in fiction. This kid once allegedly ground up someone's parents into chili and served it at lunch. Yep, nightmare fuel right there. He's basically every awful personality trait bundled into one pudgy package. Zero empathy, no shame, a total lack of respect for human life, and manipulative skills that would make a Bond villain jealous. Racist? Check. Self-centered? Double check. Yet somehow we still find ourselves laughing with him and sometimes even rooting for the little terror. That's the real twisted magic. Before Cartman became South Park's pint-sized sociopath, there was a quirky backstory. Back in 1992, the University of Colorado students Matt Stone and Trey Parker created a short called The Spirit of Christmas. It featured the four boys we know today: Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny. Except back then, Kenny was actually Cartman. Confusing? Absolutely. But hey, it worked. Fast forward to 1995. During their second short, Trey needed a name for the fat kid. At a Super Bowl party, someone yelled, "Shut up, Cartman!" Component placement. A shout aimed at a Matt Cartman, spelled with a K. Trey's brain lit up. That's the name! And just like that, the world's most lovable monster was born. For personality inspiration, they channeled Archie Bunker from All in the Family and asked, what if Archie were 8 years old? The answer: Eric Cartman, immortalized forever in Cartman Gets an Anal Probe. When we first met Eric Theodore Cartman, he was a spoiled brat with baby fat and a mouth big enough to start wars. Early Cartman wasn't exactly a master of evil, more like a kid who thought dressing as Hitler for Halloween was peak comedy. His catchphrases, "Respect my authorita," and "Screw you guys, I'm going home," did most of the heavy lifting, while his schemes rarely went beyond stealing cheesy poofs. But as the seasons rolled on, something happened. Cartman's brain got sharper and much scarier. He went from playground bully to calculating villain, stealing from the Tooth Fairy, running scams on overweight kids, and turning every situation into a profit-making opportunity. A guided meditation exercise once revealed the inside of his mind, and it looked like a horror movie directed by Dr. Seuss. Then came Scott Tenorman Must Die, Cartman's villain origin story. What started as a humiliating prank against him ended with the now infamous line, "I made you eat your parents." It was the moment Eric went from being a bratty sidekick to the Joker of Colorado. Since then, he's committed crimes that range from giving Kyle AIDS to the unforgivable sin of eating all the skin off a bucket of KFC before his friends could have any. And yet, sometimes he surprises you, like when he protected stray cats. Cartman's power is in his unpredictability. One minute, he's pure evil. The next, he's oddly wholesome. That's what makes him one of TV's most dangerously hilarious creations. Some TV villains are fun to hate. Eric Cartman, he's fun to root for and hate, often in the same scene. He's a spoilt brat, a scheming mastermind, and somehow the main event of South Park. He can pivot from lovable idiot to cartoon supervillain faster than you can say, "Respect my authorita." 1 second you're laughing with him, the next you're Googling, "Is this legal?" Take Awesome-o. Cartman disguises himself as a robot to learn Butters' secrets, but the tables turn when Butters reveals he knows Cartman's deepest shame. A Britney Spears dance video where he passionately makes out with a Justin Timberlake cutout. Watching Cartman scramble to escape is like watching a raccoon try to steal food from a vending machine. Pure slapstick joy. This is the Cartman formula. He schemes, he thrives, he crashes, and we cheer. Wendy punching him? Gold. Losing Cartman land because he refuses to share? Poetic justice. His Christian rock band is imploding because he doesn't understand what platinum means. Comedy art. His relationships elevate the chaos. Leanne, his pushover mom, feeds his ego while occasionally showing she might have a backbone. Emphasis on might. Kyle is his nemesis, a moral compass who'd happily destroy himself to stop Cartman's nonsense. And Butters, the human golden retriever whose innocence turns every scheme into a ticking time bomb of hilarity. Cartman's real genius isn't just in what he does, it's in how he makes everyone else shine. He's the chaos generator that keeps South Park from ever being boring, even if it means stealing the skin off KFC chicken. Ever wondered what makes Eric Cartman the ultimate puppet master of South Park? What's the sneakiest move you've seen him pull off that left you both laughing and shaking your head? Drop your favorite Cartman moment below, and let's see who's got the best story. Let's be real. Imagining South Park without Eric Cartman is like picturing pizza without cheese or Batman showing up without his cape. Sure, you could still eat the pizza or watch Bruce Wayne on Casual Friday, but why would you? Cartman is the greasy, chaotic glue holding this wild cartoon universe together. Take away anyone else, Butters, Randy, even Kenny, and the show stumbles. But remove Cartman? The series probably would have tapped out around 2005, and honestly, we'd all be worse off for it. Cartman isn't just any character, he's a full-blown cultural force. Love him, hate him, or just be mildly terrified, he delivers a brand of unapologetic humor that's becoming rare in today's media. Each new South Park season is Trey Parker and Matt Stone's reminder. Hey, it's okay to laugh at wildly inappropriate stuff, just maybe don't repeat it at work. And his highlight reel? Endless. Remember when he speed ran Cabo Bonita? Or heroically and disgustingly pooped on every biker's seat? What about the classic good times with weapons moment when he thought he was invisible but was really just naked in public? Honestly, I couldn't pick a single favorite. There are too many did he just do that moments to count. So yeah, Eric Cartman isn't replaceable. He's the king of chaos, the sultan of sass, the human embodiment of you can't say that, and frankly, we wouldn't want it any other way. Now your turn. What's your all-time favorite Cartman moment? Pick one if you dare. Don't let the chubby cheeks and foul mouth fool you. Eric Cartman is a mastermind wrapped in a snuggly jacket and a permanent scowl. Sure, he might look like your average spoiled kid, but beneath all that, Sass is a brain that works overtime, mostly for evil. But hey, a genius is a genius. Cartman's smarts aren't about homework or spelling bees. Nope, his intelligence shines brightest in manipulation, scheming, and coming up with insanely complicated plans that would make even a supervillain jealous. Remember Scott Tenorman Must Die? That episode wasn't just a plot twist. It was a masterclass in long game revenge. He tricked a teenager into eating chili made by his parents. Yep, that's Cartman-level evil and smart. He's also the king of social engineering. Whether it's convincing the whole town to ban hippies, running his theme park, Cartman Land, or faking being a robot to snoop on Butters, Cartman knows exactly how to push people's buttons to get what he wants. What's wild is how he switches from total brat to cold strategist in seconds. One moment, he's whining about not getting his way. The next, he's masterminding a scheme so complex it'd make a chess grandmaster sweat. Cartman's brain is like a Swiss Army knife, messy and dangerous but incredibly effective. And honestly, that's what makes him the smartest and most terrifying kid in South Park. What do you think about this? Is he smart, or is everyone just dumb? You might not like to hear this, but Eric Cartman might be the ultimate manipulator. But who was his first and favorite victim? His mom, Leanne. Now don't get it twisted, Leanne isn't clueless. She's actually pretty smart, playing a delicate game of survival with the world's sassiest little dictator. Cartman knows his mom's biggest weakness, loneliness. No man in her life, and Eric is basically her reason to keep going and the reason she needs to stay sane. He exploits this like a pro, crying, whining, or dropping the softest please until she caves. Mom, I have to get that Pokemon job before everyone else, or I'll never be cool. And like magic, Leanne's on it. because a happy Cartman is marginally less stressful than a tantrum-filled Cartman. But Leanne's smart show in how she handles the chaos. When Eric's schemes get wild, like when he forces her to find a scandalous photo of him with Butters. Yes, that photo. She somehow keeps it together. And when he doesn't get what he wants, like the mythical iPad birthday gift, Eric turns into a public nightmare, pulling the abuse card, even dragging her onto Dr. Phil to make her cave faster than you can say, "Respect my authority." Okay, Eric. In the Battle of Wills, Leanne's not just surviving, she's mastering the art of dealing with Cartman's madness. Because sometimes, being smart means knowing when to give in, and when to keep your secret stash of snacks hidden. Listen, homies, you would love this juicy fact. Eric Cartman isn't just a brat, he's a master of bending the truth like it's a piece of Play-Doh. Loyalty to facts? Pfft, words are just annoying speed bumps on his highway to getting what he wants. Imagine being offered $100 to physically catch criminals. Most of us might try to help a little, but Cartman, he'll happily throw innocent people in jail or even have cops off his competition. Talk about commitment to a scam. Deceit isn't just a tactic, it's an art form for Cartman. Take, for example, when he joined David Blaine's cult. He played the good friend to Kyle, only to betray him and be the one to accidentally end Kyle's life. Classic Cartman. No friends, just pawns. His lies are so detailed and over the top that you'd think he's auditioning for Best Alibi on a crime drama. When the boys get caught toilet papering a teacher's house, Cartman crafts a ridiculously elaborate alibi. They were bowling with a goth chick from the Breakfast Club. Yes, really. Chased by Scientologists who forced personality tests, accidentally boarded the wrong bus, and rode home with a one-fingered man named Gary Bushwell. No wonder he always gets away with stuff. His lies are so wild and specific, even the police probably think, why not? Eric's smart in the sneakiest way. He doesn't just lie, he over-engineers his lies. And that's why you never want to be on his bad side. Alright, listen up. If you don't hit that subscribe button right now, Cartman might just show up at your door demanding you share your snacks. And trust me, you do not want that. Ever wonder what Eric Cartman's real superpower is? It's not flying or laser eyes, it's weaseling out of trouble like a sneaky ninja with zero shame. For Cartman, if you dodge punishment, it's like the bad deed never even happened. Poof, instant moral invisibility cloak. His motto? If I don't get caught, it didn't happen, dude. Take that one time the boys got busted writing a disturbingly dirty book. Cartman? Oh, he gaslit poor Butters into thinking he did it while sleepwalking. Yep, sleepwalking troublemaker. Classic Cartman move. Or remember when they accidentally supported a baby-murdering serial killer? Yikes! Just to protest movie directors messing with classics? When things went south, Cartman quickly passed the hot potato to someone else, turning them into the scapegoat like a pro. And then there's the fake Uncle Roy's boat fiasco. Stan crashes into a dam, flooding the entire town. And who takes the blame? Not Cartman! He's dodging responsibility like a champ, shoving it all on Stan like a dodgeball pro. But the crown jewel? The toilet papering episode. Cartman masterminds the whole prank, bullies Kyle into silence, and when the others want to confess, Cartman swoops in, steals their moral thunder, and walks away squeaky clean. Genius or jerk? You decide. In Cartman's world, it's not what you did, but how well you pretend you did the right thing. Because in his playbook, appearances don't just fool people, they save your behind. And that, my friend, is how you weasel like a legend. Eric Cartman has completely mastered the ancient art of playing the victim, like he's competing in the Sympathy Olympics and gunning for gold every single time. While most humans come with a built-in empathy chip and a moral compass, Cartman flips on the waterworks faster than you can say, "Oh, poor me." He's the ultimate heartstring puller, firing up the sympathy machine whenever he wants something. No questions asked. Need help escaping jail? Cartman sweet-talks his cellmate like a smooth-talking pro, then stabs him in the back before you can even blink. Want to get Family Guy off the air? he'll spin a sob story so juicy it has Hollywood execs crying into their popcorn. But if someone refuses his demands? Oh man, the victimizer act cranks up to full volume, complete with loud cries of discrimination, despite the fact that he spends most of his time discriminating against everyone else. Hypocrisy? Oh yeah, drama, you bet! Cartman treats rules and laws designed to help people like golden tickets to Scamville. He claims Tourette's just so he can say whatever outrageous thing pops into his head, identifies as a girl to score a special bathroom, and uses anxiety as his get-out-of-being-nice-free card. Then came the mobility scooter phase, where Cartman transformed into a tiny, tyrannical dictator, demanding special treatment and threatening lawsuits if he didn't get it. For Cartman, the world is one giant playground of possibilities, and he knows exactly which buttons to push to turn sympathy into sweet, sweet victory. His victim act isn't just a performance. It's a full-on masterclass in manipulation that would make even the slickest con artist jealous. And hey, if you want to keep the good times rolling, check out our next video. It's waiting for you just over there. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.